Welcome you students. I have a question for you from the projection of plane surface. A hexagonal plate of side 30 mm is resting on one of its side on VP and inclined at 40 degree to HP. The surface is inclined 35 degree to VP. Draw its projection. Okay. Try to get all the information from the question. Given data. What is the object given in the question? Object is hexagonal plate. Hexagon with a side 30 mm. And what about the resting? How it is resting? On which plane it is resting? Look at the question. One of its side on VP and inclined. Yes, one of the side on VP. That means on VP in the sense it is resting with one of the side. Okay. So resting with side other name is edge. On where VP. And then inclination. Surface inclination. Surface inclination, where it is. The surface is inclined at 35 degree to VP. Do you remember the other name for surface? What are the names are there for surface? Surface can be popped up in other names like lamina. Here as far as this concern, they will be saying hexagon is inclined. Sometimes it may comes, the plate is inclined, the plane is inclined. All are equal in watts, right? Surface, lamina, plane, plate, and the name itself they used to specify the surface inclination. So here the surface inclination is given, which is 35 degree to VP, right? And edge or side inclination or special conditions. Here it is given one of its side on VP and inclined at 40 degree to HP. That means their side which is resting is inclined to HP with 40 degree. So the side edge is inclined what 40 degree to HP. These are the data we can extract from the question. So as far as the profile is concerned, we have to draw the XY line, reference line. We are going to do the first angle projection. So above the reference line is a VP and below the reference line is a HP. Okay. And then see here it is inclined, surface is inclined to HP and one of the edges inclined to VP, right? The surface is inclined to VP and one of the edges inclined to HP. So it is inclined to both the planes. So we know we have to undergo three stages. First one is a simple position, and second stage it's a order. Surface inclination, and then third one is a edge or side or special conditions. Okay, fine. So as far as this question is concerned, how to place the object in the first quadrant. For that you have to see the surface inclination which is making 35 degree to VP. Okay, so the surface is, if I consider this as a ground horizontal plane and this board as a vertical plane, I can say the object is something like this, okay, and see how it is resting with a side. So when you are tilting, if I tilt the object something like this, one of the side should rest on the HP. So this is the position. Okay, fine. And the edge which is inclined to VP. So the inclination is something like this, or surface is inclined, and at the same time when it is inclined, one of this side should rest on the VP, and next what, this edge which is resting on VP should be tilted at an angle of 40 degrees. So this is the exact position. So for which in the simple position we are going to consider, since the surface is inclined to VP, we are going to take the assumption parallel to VP. We are going to consider the surface parallel to VP. The surface is parallel to VP. That means it is the inclination. I am going to keep the object like this in the first position. Okay. For that I have to take the observation. Okay. This is a hexagon. Okay. This is a hexagon. While positioning, you must consider the position, because two positions are possible when you come to the hexagon. I can keep like this as well. I can keep the object like this as well. Okay, these two positions can be possible. Here resting with the side. Here it is resting with side. So when we are tilting the surface, okay, the edge should rest on VP. When you are tilting, the edge should rest on VP. So always we know, we have the practice, always we used to keep the resting part to come on the right side. Okay, here the edge is resting. So see which position is right. As far as the first position is concerned, at right, what is there? Corner is there. As far as the second condition is concerned, at the right side, what is there? Edge is there, edge or side is there. So which position is the right one? The second position is a right one. So when this first condition is right, if the question is with what? Corner. If the object is resting with the corner, the first condition is right. Okay, now we are following the second condition. Okay, fine. We know since it is parallel to VP, right, in the front view we can get the true shape of the object. From the top view we can get the what? Line, just a line. So in the front view we are going to draw the true shape. So first we have to make the edge to come on the right side. So first we have to draw a vertical line in order to construct the what? Hexagon with 30 mm. Draw a 30 mm line like this. Next, just take your compass, okay, measure 30 mm, keep it in your compass, and keeping at one of the end, go for a cut mark. Do listen, you want to draw the hexagon, okay, polygon. It's very important. If you draw only, we can trace out the all the profiles. Okay, so do listen how to construct the hexagon first. So first vertical line should be drawn, and next you have to keep the measurement 30 mm in your compass. Just measure it, and from the one end go for a cut, from the opposite end go for a cut. It is to identify the center of the polygon. Okay, now the center of the polygon is identified. Okay, and now just placing at the center, with the same measurement, go for a circle, right? So when you are drawing, the circle will come like this. The circle will be like this. And afterwards, with the same measurement of 30 mm, from the end go for a cut. Okay, and from the other end go for a cut. Okay, and then with the cutted point, with the same measurement, go for a cut in the circle. Okay, from the next end go for a cut, something like this. Okay, so if you connect all the cutted point in the circle, you could able to see the formation of hexagon. Okay, so what we did is first we draw the first we done the vertical line, and afterwards we found the what center of the polygon by measuring the 30 mm from each end. We had a cut. Okay, with the help of that we had a circle. Okay, from the end what we did is just had a cut mark in the what circle. Okay, so we could able to form the hexagon. Okay, and now just by having the dark line, could able to get the view in the front for the condition parallel to VP, surface of the plane is parallel to VP. Okay, after completing it, how to go for the top view. Okay, naming should be given, right? I going to consider this as A, B, C, D, E and F. So for this A dash, this is B dash, C dash, E dash and D dash, D, E and F dash. Okay, get the projectors from each and every corners, so it comes like this. Okay, B and E will comes in a same projector line. Get the projectors, and if you draw a horizontal line between the projectors on the H side, trace in the top view, just a straight line. So for marking down the visible edges, how to look the object like this, so that I can say F, E, D will be visible, F dash, E dash, D dash will be visible on, A, B, C will be invisible, F, E and D is visible, A just lying behind F, so A should be captured nearby F, and D is lying behind E, so nearby E capture B inside the bracket, and C is behind D, nearby D makes C inside the bracket C. Okay. Next step is a surface inclination. So it is easy. From this top view we are going to tilt the object. So now the observation is like this. Just we are going to tilt the object something like this, now to get the inclination with VP. Okay. So from the top view I am going to do. So for that, select a point, placing a protractor, measure 35 degree approximately. Here you will get 35 degree in your protractor and go for an inclined line, right? So now we are going to reproduce the same length of line over the inclined line, right? Over the inclined line 35 degree. So we know D and C is a resting one. Always at the right we are going to consider the resting edge. Okay, resting edge. So C and D is a resting one. So this D and C should be on the XY line. So this is the point D1 and C1. Now take the measurement D to F. Just have a cut mark. D to E. Just have a cut mark. This is F1 and A1. And this is E1 and B1. Okay. Go for a dark line. Go for a dark line. You get the same length line in the inclined manner. This is the observation in the top view for the surface inclination. In order to get the front view, get the projectors from the corners as well from the previous stage. Get the horizontal projectors. D and F comes in a same line, and as well A and C will comes in a straight line. Then B and C will comes in a same line. Now we have to obtain the shape. For that, go with the mapping. So here is the A and here is the A projector. So this would become A1 dash. So here is B and here is the B projector. This will become B1 dash. So C is here and C this would be C1 dash. D, D1 dash. E, E1 dash. F, horizontal, F vertical. So this would be F1 dash. If you draw the connection A to F, A to B, here is B, and B to C, C to D, D to E, E to F, we get the image in a skewed manner. So we are familiar now, when the plane is inclined, the true shape will be what? Skewed one, right? So for this, for the 35-degree inclination, we got a skewed image. So next, this third stage, edge inclination. Okay, so the resting edge, see, the resting edge is inclined at 40 degree to VP. One of the side is on VP and that same side is inclined at 40 degree to HP, right? So this is the resting edge C and D. C and D is the resting edge. Now see, it is just making 90 degree with horizontal plane HP. It should be tilted. It is like this, vertical, okay? It should be tilted something like this. It is so easy. Now to get the trace, so I am going to tilt the object something like this, okay? I am going to tilt, not going to tilt, it also right one. I am going to tilt the object like this and I am going to place it something like this, okay? Fine. So for that, just select a point on the XY, keep your protractor and measure 40 degree. So somewhere here you get it, go for a inclined line, okay, it is with 40 degree. Over this line we are going to construct, reproduce this skewed image, okay. So this is the edge should be tilted, and as far as the reproducing the image, I am going to take the boundary, okay. So you can see the boundary as a rectangle, okay. I am going to give the name for this corner. I am going to take as a 1, and this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. So that this is 4, okay. So it will be easy for us to reproduce the image, okay. So I am going to tilt the edge CD. So I am going to take the 1 and 2 on the inclined line. So first I am going to select the 1. Next measure 1 to 2 the distance. Just transfer it. So this would be 2. Now see, all the adjacent sides are perpendicular to each other, 90 degree. So from the 1 I am going to take 90 degree line. From the 2 I am going to take the 90 degree line, okay. Take the 90 degree line. Then in order to identify third and 4, first I am going to measure 1 to 4. What is the measurement? By keeping at 1 I am going to have the cut. So I will get 4th point. I am going to measure 1 to 3. By keeping at 1 I am going to take the cut in the perpendicular line. It shows the that point. Connect 3 and 4. This is the boundary for the skewed image. Now see, C and D is in between 1 and 2. So I am taking the measurement 1 to C, the measurement, and from 1 I am going to have cut more with the help of compass. So this is C1. C2 dash. Next from 2 I am going to measure D, the measurement, and from second I am going to transfer the point. So this would become D2 dash. Concentrate on E, where it is located between 2 and 3. So from 2 I am going to take the measurement, from the 2 I am going to transfer the measurement. So this becomes E2 dash. Where is B? Between 1 and 4. So I'm taking the measurement from 1 to B, what is the measurement in my compass, and from 1 I'm going to transfer it. So this become B2 dash. Then A and F is just between 3 and 4. Take the measurement from the 4. From the 4 I'm going to transfer it. It becomes A2 dash. Take the measurement from 3 to F, the distance from 3, just transfer it. It will be your F2 dash. Just do connection A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to F, and F to A. When you are drawing with the exact measurement, you will get the same replica of this image on the inclined line. Okay, the same size and shape of the object on the inclined line. Right? Fine. So then it's your final top view. So for that, take the projectors from each corners. So you go with the vertical lines, you will get the exact trace. Okay. So take the horizontal projectors from the previous step. So the construction line will be forming like this. Next, follow the procedure to mark the to conclude the trace in the top view. That means the mapping works. So here is the A, and where is A? Vertical here. So it connect at this point. So this is your A2. B, here it is horizontal, where the vertical. So here, so it becomes B2. This point becomes B2. Okay. Then D, here is D. This is a horizontal, and where is the D? Vertical. So here it is coming, right? So this become D2. And where is C? Horizontal, and here is the vertical. So this become C2. What is remaining? E1, right? So here is the E, and where is, so here is the vertical projector. So intersecting at this point, so this become E1. Then where is F, the last one? F, here is a vertical projector. So it meet at this, so this becomes the F2. Okay. Now try to connect all the picked point. So I am connecting E to F, F to A to B, and B to C, and C to D. When you are joining, you will get the exact shape. Okay. It's approximate drawing, so it will be somewhat it won't be a proper shape, but when you are going with the exact measurement, you will get the right trace. But here see, it is resting with the C and D, right? The right side one, which we have considered, it's resting on where VP, right? Here you can see it, C and D is resting. Okay, so this is the final top view, and this is a final front view. Okay, so I have taught you how to work when you are coming with this kind of informations, and then we have to mark the dimensions for the hexagon. Side is with 30, so take the parallel line and just capture with the filled arrow and note above the line as 30. Then inclination 35, it is shown in the surface, and next edge inclination 45, which also captured. Below the diagram, how to take a note by taking the parallel lines with a gap 5 mm. Note all dimensions, all dimensions or in mm. Okay. As well, you can capture about the scale as 1:1. I hope you understood. Thank you so much.